If you don't already know, rowers are a great way to improve your cardiovascular health while also toning your muscles at the same time. Now, one of my favorite rowers on the market right now is actually a 3-in-1 rower, reformer, and strength trainer. That's right, I'm talking about the LIT Method Strength Machine. This water rower really packs a punch, and I have a lot to break down for you all today, including the LIT Axis, which is actually a separate product consisting of resistance bands, but can be used in tandem with this machine. So kick back, hang out with me for a little bit as I break down both of these products for y'all. What's up everybody, it's Jake back in the BarBend garage gym, and for today's video, I have two separate products that I'm gonna be breaking down for y'all. The LIT Method Strength Machine and the LIT Axis. In this video, I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know about both of these products, from the price and the features, as well as some pros and cons, and of course, who should or maybe should not buy these. Now, before I get going with all of that, I gotta let you know, we reviewed a ton of rowers and resistance bands over on BarBend.com. So if you wanna browse our best list, just go ahead and search BarBend Best Resistance Bands or BarBend Best Rowers, and you can find out for yourself which ones that we like the best. Okay, so what do I like about the LIT Method Strength Machine? Well, first of all, I gotta talk about the unboxing process. About 85% of this rower was already assembled. It only took about 10 to 15 minutes to do the rest myself, which is nice for, obvious reasons. Water rowers like this one tend to have a more natural feel than a rower that uses electromagnetic resistance, and they're also mimicking being on an actual open body of water, which is pretty cool. But rowers also, require about 80 to 85% of your full body as you're working out. So you're really able to tone just about all of your muscles while also getting a cardio workout in at the exact same time. You are required to sign up for membership to gain access to the available classes that LIT has to offer, but it's only gonna be about 25 bucks a month, which is cheaper than some of the competition out there. Something really cool here is that LIT actually tosses in a 3-month free trial with your purchase, which is really nice. You're really able to get a sense for how the whole app works, for all the workout classes and everything, and really enjoy it and kind of see some results and really figure out whether or not you want to pay monthly for this membership. The classes themselves I found to be really helpful. They're really high energy. Whoever's instructing your class is gonna push you and really try to get the most out of you, and really just makes it seem as if you're right there in the room with them, which is really cool. I also thought the music that was in the classes was, a nice touch. It's fresh, up-to-date music, and I'm sure they're rolling out new songs, as things become more popular over time, which is really nice. You'll notice you don't have a monitor with this rower, which I personally really like that. A lot of times with products like this that feature a built-in monitor, that monitor is gonna get dated before the actual product will, or at least in a lot of cases that's true. And with this, that's really nice. You don't have to worry about that. So you do have a holder right here for your phone or tablet, whichever one you wanna use. Just kind of clamp it in and you're good to go. That way, you can always, upgrade your phone or your tablet, whatever it is, without having to get, a whole new product, which is really nice. Another thing you're gonna notice here with this product is that there are no cords whatsoever, which is something that I personally love. I can take this bad boy outside and do my workouts on a pretty day, which is something you can't always do with cardio equipment, unless of course you have a super long extension cord, which is really nice. You also have Bluetooth capabilities right here. You're gonna pair up with your phone through the companion app, which I'm gonna talk about in a little bit. And you're really able to track all of your metrics, which is really cool. All right, now let's break down a few cons you may run into with the LIT Method Strength Machine. First of all, we gotta talk about storage. So this rower is designed to be stored vertically, which is really nice, but I personally have not been able to do that. Well, I've tried, and the water starts leaking out of the actual drum right here. So that might not be the case with everybody, with every single specific rower, but it's something I've run into, so definitely just be careful about that. Since this is in fact a water rower, it's likely gonna be louder than a rower that uses electromagnetic resistance. So if you have any roommates, definitely keep that in mind as well, especially if you're working out early in the morning or late at night. Another thing you gotta think about here is if you're somebody like myself, you have all of your gear stashed in a garage, you gotta worry about whether or not this rower is gonna freeze on you. So it's been pretty cold here in Nashville as of late, and I came out here one day and my water was completely frozen, so if you're not somebody who has all of your gear stashed in a climate controlled room, definitely keep that in mind. And another thing I gotta mention right here, and I'm gonna expand on this in just a second, is the money. So there's 3 different packages for you to choose from, but the most standard, basic package of this machine right here is gonna run you around 1,800 bucks. Yes, there are some financing options, but that could be, too expensive for some people's budgets, so definitely keep that in mind as well. All right, so as promised, let's talk about some money. And before I start doing all that, something I have to mention is that with a product like this, it's absolutely bound to have a price change. So don't come barking at me if in the not too distant future, this is more expensive than what I'm saying right now. Okay, so the standard package of the Lit Method strength machine is gonna run you around 1,800 bucks. This is gonna include a 10 to 20 pound pair of resistance bands, a pair of ankle cuffs, a pair of D handles. You'll get that 3-month trial, membership that I was talking about, and you're gonna get this phone or tablet holder. If you're interested in having more accessories with your rower, you can go after that Plus pack, which is actually gonna toss in the Lit Axis as well. So this is gonna consist of the ankle cuffs and the D handles, but you're gonna get a pair of 15-pound resistance bands and 30-pound resistance bands, as well as a strength bar for you to work with your machine as well, which I actually don't have right now. It's gonna run you around $2 grand. And if you wanna make the most out of your purchase, you might wanna go after the Pro pack, which has everything the Plus pack has, with the addition of a mat to go underneath your strength machine and a heart rate sensor. Now you do have financing options for all 3 of those packages, plus you get a 30-day risk-free trial of the product. I really think the lifetime warranty of the framework is a nice touch, and you get a 5-year warranty on all the accessories. And remember, once again, you get a 3-month free trial of the Lit membership, which is really cool too. Okay, so since I was just talking about the membership, why don't we go ahead and expand on that? And I don't think it's necessary to have a membership, but I think it's worth it. So once you create your profile, you're gonna have to decide, how you wanna pay for that membership after your 3-month free trial runs out. And once again, shout out to Lit, because not every single company provides a free trial, and especially one for this long. So that's just really cool. Once that trial ends, once again, you have to, sign up to pay for that monthly fee. And you can either pay, 25 bucks a month, or you can pay yearly, save some money for 240 bucks. Okay, so with your membership, you're gonna have unlimited access to all the available live and on-demand classes on the Lit app. I think it's really cool that you can have up to 4 additional people on your membership. That way everybody, has their own profile, they're able to track their own metrics and their own progress, workout history, and everything, which is really cool. All right, so let's expand on the classes and the companion app with Lit. Once again, you're gonna have unlimited access to over 2,500 live and on-demand classes that are on that app right now, and that number is continuing to grow. So this app is available to both iPhone and Android users, and the classes are gonna range from rowing to strength training to Pilates and so much more. All right, so each and every single one of these classes are led by an instructor. It's gonna start with a warm-up. You're gonna get into the actual workout, and then you'll kind of cool off a little bit too, which is nice. Now, throughout the classes, the app's gonna pair up with your equipment. That way you can track all your reps. And if you have a heart rate monitor, it's gonna also, keep track of the amount of calories you're burning and give you a nice accurate reading on that as well. Plus the app is also gonna track your overall progress as well. And it's gonna reward you with achievement badges for milestones, such as classes completed, daily and weekly streaks, calories burned, and even the amount of weight you've lifted as well. Each class has a quick description on what to expect from that workout, and it's gonna display what equipment you need for that specific workout. It's also really cool that everything is broken down into categories based on beginner, intermediate, and expert level classes. That's really nice in my opinion. That way you don't wind up joining a class that's too difficult, you're in over your head, or maybe you join one on accident that doesn't push you enough. Okay, so let's pump the brakes real quick and transition into the Lit Axis just really quick. I wanna break this down. This is a set of resistance bands, as I mentioned earlier, and this is really cool. You're also gonna get a pair of ankle cuffs, 2 D handles for you to work out with. And with those resistance bands, like I said, you get 2 of them. So there's a 15-pound pair and a 30-pound pair. But what's really cool about these is that you can actually adjust the resistance by moving further away from your anchor point. So you can anchor these up, just about anywhere, especially with the strap that's included. These also have Bluetooth capabilities. So right next to the carabiner, there's a Bluetooth device, I guess you could call it, that the bands actually insert to and attach to. All you have to do is pull down on the band real quick and you'll see a light pull up. It's gonna turn on, it's gonna pair up with your app and really track all of your reps, time under tension and everything. And that's just really cool to me. So let's say you only go after the lit axis and you enjoyed your 3-month free trial and you wanna have that membership fee. Well, it's only gonna run you around 10 bucks a month, which is really nice. And resistance bands are great in my opinion because it takes a lot of the stress off of your joints when you're working out and it still gives you a solid workout. So, if you need to go in a deload week, maybe you just kind of want to take some stress off your body, or maybe you just don't want that stress in general, resistance bands are a great tool for you to do that. And like I said, you can adjust that resistance. So the 30-pound pair of bands, each one can actually go up to 100 pounds of resistance. So you attach them together in whatever way, you're really getting up to 200 pounds of resistance. So if you're interested in just going after the lit axis, this is gonna run you around 160 bucks, which is a really nice budget-friendly alternative. All right, so in terms of the build with the lit method strength machine, they're using a combination of steel and aluminum right here, and it feels, really stable. It feels really solid on these feet that they have right here, which is really nice. It's about 2 feet tall, maybe 1.5 feet wide or so, and it's about 7 feet long, right on the money, 7 feet long. So remember, if you're able to store yours vertically, remember I can't because it's leaking right here. It's gonna be 7 feet tall, so just definitely keep that in mind. It only weighs 70 pounds or so when it's empty and right around 90 when it's full of water. So it's relatively easy for you to move it around, especially with these wheels down here, so that's nice as well. Plus it has a really impressive weight capacity of 400 pounds. And in terms of features, obviously we gotta talk about this built-in rowing bar right here. It's pretty simple, straightforward, it definitely gets the job done. There's no type of, grip pattern built into it, but it's definitely, easy to grip onto. I really like the resistance bands with the lit axis. It's really nice how you can adjust that resistance level just by simply moving further away from your anchor point, which is really cool. Now, the D handles are really nice. They have a rubber coating, but they feel really grippy in my hands, which I like for obvious reasons. You do have Bluetooth capabilities. You have a Bluetooth sensor built into the actual rower right here. And remember, with the lit axis, you do have that Bluetooth device, whatever you want to call it, built in right next to those carabiners. That's also going to pair up with your app and track all of your metrics and everything. I think this phone/tablet holder is really unique. I like that there's not, a massive monitor right here in front of my face. If I don't want to join a workout class, I just simply want to hop on this bad boy and row for 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever, you can easily do so. And you don't have to worry about any outdated monitor in the next couple of years, which is really cool. You have 4 different levels to your resistance with the actual rower right here with the water, which is really cool. 4 different levels. Each level represents 10 pounds, so you can go up to 40 pounds of resistance, which is really cool. Remember, you do have the ankle cuffs. You can obviously put them around your ankle. That way you're able to work on your legs and do different workouts with those with their resistance bands, which is really nice. I also think it's really cool how they tossed in this water pump right here. It might look a little funky. It's really easy to use. You just toss one in the actual drum right here and have a bucket of water. You could use a hose if you want to, but you just simply squeeze on this and it's gonna suck the water in and bring it into the drum. And reverse order, when it comes to taking the water out, you'll just squeeze it and the water is gonna come out for you. Uses gravity, I just think it's pretty cool. Plus, Lit's also gonna toss in water treatment tablets, and it's basically a lifetime supply, so you really don't ever have to worry about this water getting all nasty, and you don't have to change it for a really long time either, which is really nice. Once again, this is designed to be stored vertically, which I haven't been able to do because my water starts leaking out, but if that isn't the case for you, kudos, but you have some feet right here for it to rest on, and that's really nice. There's not a designated handle at the other end for you to grab it and lift it up, move it around, but it's relatively easy to do. It's not that big of a deal. And we can't forget about the music. You know, there's tons of popular, current, up-to-date songs that are gonna be playing as you're streaming your workouts. And that's just really nice too, to kind of keep the tempo up and going. And one more thing, you know, if you wanna go after the most basic package and just kind of expand with your accessories and everything over time, you can do so. So you can get, you know, your heart rate monitor, you can get the strength bar, ankle cuffs, there's an anchor, there's a bunch of stuff you can get, even an actual cover for your machine. So definitely just check all that stuff out as well. All right, so let's go ahead and kind of walk you guys around this and do a quick demo of just how everything works. So I want to start at the front. Obviously you got your wheels right here. It's really nice for portability. You also have your feet right here. That's for your vertical storage. And I'm gonna show you guys in a second. I don't wanna make too much of a mess right now, but I'm not able to store this rower vertically because the water is leaking out through the seal right here. Now, let's move a little further up, but as you can see, you have one of your anchor points right here. So you have 5 pairs, you have 10 total anchor points with this rower right here, which is really nice. You know, you can do different workouts with your resistance bands and everything, and that's cool. Now, I really like this phone/tablet holder. It's really easy to use. You know, you just take your phone, kind of toss it in here. Sometimes your phone wants to slide out. I don't have a tablet or else I'd be using it right now for you guys. But for the most part, you know, you'll find a way for it to stick. Now, if you do have a tablet, it's really nice that Lit goes ahead and they kind of accommodate for everybody, and they have these, you know, extenders right here. It's really simple. You can just slide it in right there. And as you can see, you know, this comes out way more than those other ones do, and this is gonna be really nice if you have a tablet. Now, you have basically like a strap right here, and that's gonna be, you know, connected to your built-in handle. I haven't noticed anything in terms of this coming off the tracks. I have seen some people talk about it online, but I think it's gonna be really easy for you to put it back on there. Now, right here is obviously your water drum. Really simple process in terms of filling it up. You know, you have your little spot right here you can pour water into, or you can use that pump I was showing you guys earlier. And right here, while I got you here, you have your Bluetooth sensor. It's gonna be really nice. You know, it pairs up to the Lit app and it tracks, you know, all of your reps and everything, which is, you know, really nice. Now, on the back side right here is your Lit levels. You have 4 different ones, depending on how lit you wanna be. And this is just really, you know, each number corresponds to 10 pounds. So I have it on the 4, it's up to 40 pounds of resistance, and, you know, 30, 20, 10, you know, so on and so forth. Now, let's move a little further up. You have your foot holders, I guess you could call them right here. Seems pretty universal in size to me, but you can always adjust it. You pull them out right here. You can slide it down or pull it up, really whatever you want to do. It's nice and secured. I like the straps. Really easy to put your foot in and tighten it up. Your feet aren't gonna come out while you're working out, and that's really nice. Now this seat slides really smooth as well, as you can see. You know, you can just kind of strap in right here. And this is what I like about this product. It's basically no nonsense. You know, you can just hop right on in, get your feet all nice and comfy, whatever your comfort level is, and you can just get right to it. Now, I mentioned this earlier, you know, obviously this is a water rower, so it's probably gonna be a little louder than one with electromagnetic resistance, but, you know, super simple to get going. And then I like this little holder right here too. That's really nice touch right there. Super easy to get back out as well. This is how the vertical storage goes. It's really easy to do it, but the problem, for me at least, is that water starts dripping out down here, and that's something that we definitely don't want. So it's fine for me, but for some people that might be a little bit of a bummer, maybe even a little bit of a turn off, and it's just something you need to keep an eye on. And I gotta highlight the Lit Access as well. So a nice little travel kit, you know, that comes with your purchase. And everything's laid out nicely as well, nice and organized as you can see. Now, let's go ahead and start up top right here. So this is your portable anchor. This is really nice, you know, you can toss this around a post, you know, your bed frame, you know, whatever, and you can attach your carabiners in right here. Now, you also have 2 different ankle cuffs, which is really nice. They've got a nice padding on them. They feel pretty comfortable on your feet, and that's a nice touch too. So let's talk about these bands. So right here, this is the 30-pound resistance band, And it's nice so you can, it's got a nice little bag right there for each specific one. And whenever you have them, you can always see 30 pounds right there so you know which one you're working with. Now, this side, this is your little Bluetooth area. There's a little light right here, and I'll show you. You just pull a little bit, and that light's gonna come on, and it's gonna pair up with your app on your phone. So that's cool. Now, you have these carabiners, you got these hooks. I showed you there's a couple anchor points up top. You've also got one right here, one in the very back, and you have one right here on the actual side of the seat, so that's cool. Now you can attach it right here or further up, whatever, and you're able to get, even more resistance to your workouts. These D handles, nice little rubber coating right here. It's got a little bit of a pattern to help you get, a nice solid grip. And these guys, you can just attach them right here. Obviously I've got it attached to the seat, but you can go ahead and attach that right there and you're able to get all your workouts in. And these are just a really cool tool. You can spice things up. Some of the workouts are gonna have you actually hop off of the rower, bust these bad boys out, and have a little bit of a tandem workout, I guess you could say. And one more thing with these resistance bands is that, the further you walk away from your anchor point, the harder it's gonna be. So that resistance is gonna increase, right? So this is the 30-pound pair right here. It can go up to 100 pounds of resistance the further you walk away from that anchor point, if that makes sense. So that's pretty cool. You are able to have varying levels of difficulty during your workouts. Okay, so who should purchase the LIT Method Strength Machine? Well, I think this is a great product for anybody who wants to improve their overall fitness level. So you're gonna burn a ton of calories with this bad boy, but you're also gonna do some strength training as well, especially if you go for the LIT axis. Now, this also has a bit of a no-nonsense approach to it, which is something that I thoroughly enjoy. If you're somebody like me, you don't care to have all the big touchscreen monitors and all that stuff. This is a great product for you, which leads me to my next point. If you want a product where you don't have to pay for a membership fee, this is probably gonna be the one for you. Now, I definitely think it's worth it. There's a lot of benefits with the streaming platform, especially with tracking your progress and everything like that. But if you want a straightforward rowing machine, this is gonna be one of your best options. Now, when it comes to those who might not want to purchase this product, it really just boils down to two different things for me. Let's talk about the resistance first. Yeah, up to 200 pounds essentially, with the resistance bands and everything. But eventually you are gonna reach that max resistance threshold, I guess you could say. And that's something you really wouldn't run into, in terms of strength training, with free weights. So definitely just keep that in mind. And then really it's just the money. So, the cheapest version of the LIT Method Strength Machine is still gonna run you around 1,800 bucks. So it could fall out of some people's budgets, and that's just gonna be a reason for somebody not to purchase this. Well, that's all I have for you guys today on the LIT Method Strength Machine and the LIT Axis. I think both of these are really solid products. They're versatile, they're compact, and they both really pack a punch. Just remember, the LIT Method Strength Machine might wind up being a little bit too expensive for some people, and eventually you can run into that problem of a max resistance and it not being enough for you. Plus, you gotta remember, you might not be able to store it vertically like it's intended to do. Thanks for hanging out with me, everybody. I hope this video was really helpful and that I was able to break down everything you need to know about both of these products. As always, stay posted for my next video. But for now, head over to barbend.com because we have a written article about this review. All you gotta do is type in BarBend LIT Method Strength Machine Review. Everything's gonna pull up for you and you can find all the details and everything that I discussed here today. I'll catch y'all next time.